What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK coming back to you on another set of Mavs in 10. So the last Mavs in 10 was the first 10 games of the season. This video is going to be based on the second set of 10 games of this season, which would be games 11 through 20. So let's go ahead and let's jump it off. So coming off of the last set of 10 games where we lost to the Magic in depression fashion, we started the next set of 10 games versus the Wizards. Just like I predicted in the first video, we lost again and lost to the undermanned Wizard team without Beal and KP. This will be an ongoing theme. Christian Wood was out for 2 games at this point, and we really didn't get anything going after the first quarter. Spencer Dinwiddie carried us in this game with a 33-point performance where Luka was not Luka at all and didn't get the 30-point mark, ending his streak at 9 games. Still historic at the same time. The Mavericks come home to take on the Blazers, where they were the top 2 team in the West at the time, and as usual, it's always a crazy close game against the Blazers. Mavs started the game way better, and Luka dominated with a 42, 13, and 10 stat line, squeaking out a win against the Blazers. Jeremy Grant balled out in this game as well with a 37-point performance, but good win nonetheless. Next game was against the Clippers, and you know it's Luka time when the Clippers come to town. This was an odd game because in the first half, it looked like the Clippers wanted no piece of a basketball court, coming out very lethargic in basketball terms and asleep in multiple ways, the way they were playing in that first half. However, in the second half, it was a completely different story. The Clippers stormed back to make this a game where Luka eventually had to make a circus dagger shot with time running out and squeaked out another win, moving to 8-5 at this time. Game 14, Luka rested against the Rockets, and the Rockets got 19 blocks and blocked the Mavs from a win. The Mavs shot 30% from the field. No, not the 3-point. That was 21%, but 30% from the field that game. Disgusting stuff. Games 15 and 16 were back-to-back at home versus the Nuggets. First game, the Mavs utilized a 2-man game of Luka and Wood, and all of Mavs Twitter was like, this is it. We finally found something. The Mavs dominate and finish the Nuggets as they should have without Joker, Jamal, and Gordon. However, the second game, Wood only got 17 minutes, a weird halftime debacle that led to a weird halftime circus shot, and then the Nuggets ended up winning with a 1-point victory, with the Mavs not doing anything that worked in the previous game in the second game. It literally blew my mind. Like, the 2-man game was just non-existent. They didn't use Wood. They didn't do anything that worked in the last game. I was pissed off. Mavs moved to 9-7 and are on the cusp of the worst stretch of the season so far. Mavs lose versus the Celtics as expected. However, Luka goes 42, 8-9 and somehow still lost by more than 10 points. The body language was horrible in this game, and it felt like the sky was about to fall for the Mavs and Mavs Twitter, Mavs Nation alike. Mavs take on the Raptors without Barnes, Siakam, Precious, and lose by 5. See what I'm saying about the ongoing theme? This was also the game it made all the sense in the world to start Wood, and Jason Kidd did not. The criticism on Jason Kidd began to turn up as the Mavs Twitter and Mavs fans and anybody else that was not a Mavs media or affiliate was there. We were on a different level that night for sure. So then the next game was versus the Bucks. The 99 Mavs roll into town. Bullock, along with Tim Hardaway, have been shooting horrible during the stretch, like horrible. And what I'm about to say really makes no sense. On the night Bullock takes a night off for rest, all of Mavs Twitter were awaiting the beautiful news that Wood would be named the starter. But yeah, you guessed it. He was not named the starter. But instead, Tim Hardaway Jr. got the start. However, the Mavs came out with more energy and played way better. However, it was not enough to keep up with the Bucks, and the Mavs fall to 9-10, leading up to a nationally televised game versus the Warriors. The Curry versus Luka matchup, and boy was it ever one. Once again, Tim Hardaway got the start, and before the game, like I lost my shit on Twitter when I saw he got the start. But yeah, I felt like we were waving a white flag. Anyway, I felt like the Mavs were waving a white flag, and then I forgot to mention that the Mavs did sign Kemba Walker prior to this game. You can check out my previous video to hear my thoughts on that. But let's get back to this Mavs versus Warriors. Luka gets his 51st triple-double, 40-plus points for Luka. Spencer gets ejected, Spencer Dinwiddie. Tim Hardaway Jr. made a three-pointer, then made several more. Josh Green with a crazy 180 pass to Davis Bertans for a three. I'm so happy Bertans made a three on that. Then Christian Wood with probably his poorest performance of the year. Then Luka having to come back into the fourth quarter early due to the Spencer Dinwiddie ejection and helping the Mavs take a lead. With the intense final 6 minutes of the game, playoff atmosphere, crazy Curry shots, crazy Luka shots. These two teams met in the Western Conference Finals. Travels, then another travel, and then more travels, and then another travel. Tim Hardaway hitting a clutch three. Luka with defense on Curry causing a turnover. Green taking on Wiggins on the dribble to make a clutch layup. The arena is on their feet. Playoff atmosphere, man. Down 3, the Warriors have a wide open look for Klay Thompson to tie this game and send it into overtime. And thankfully he missed it. And the Mavs get a 3-point win to go back to 500. And in the second set of these 10 games with a 10-10 record, if you would have told me we would have started the year 10-10 after 20 games, I wouldn't have believed you. But after this win, the Warriors were on a 3-game win streak. We ended that. We were on a 4-game losing streak. We ended that. And it feels good to finally get a win. We were complaining and moaning with a legitimate reason this entire time. But now, with signing Kemba Walker, seeing the way the Mavs played, the rotations were better. Seeing Tim Hardaway being able to do something, being productive out there, that's good for his trade value. So I'm not saying things are looking up because they are looking horrible when you look at it from this perspective, but this win kind of helps things a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy, but yeah, that was Mavs in 10, part 2, games 11 through 20. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I know you're not seeing me on camera is because I'm out of town, so I can't do the whole studio setup. But it's been a strange season so far. Kid is getting a lot of criticism, and deservedly so. I know he might feel like a genius tonight because of the Tim Hardaway Jr. starting, and I'm not mad at it if that's something he could continuously produce. But we all know that that's not going to be the case, and if it is, I'll be so happy to be wrong. But at the end of the day, I still believe, I'm pretty sure most of Mavs Twitter and Mavs Nation believes that Christian Wood should be starting. Christian Wood should be starting. But yeah, guys, that was Mavs in 10, part 2. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should Christian Wood be starting? What would you be doing with Kemba Walker? How would you get him involved into the game plan? What do you think of Josh Green's performance these last 10 games? And Luka looks like he likes to play against competition and he plays down to lesser opponents. Who knows what happens these next set of 10 games? Let me take a look and see who we got these next set of 10 games. So the next set of 10 games for the Mavericks will be against the Detroit Pistons, New York Knicks, the Suns, the Nuggets, the Bucks, the Bulls, Thunder, Cavaliers, Trailblazers, and then the Cavaliers again on December 17th. December 17th will be part 3 of Mavs in 10. So I hope you look forward to it as I am as well. Until next time, guys, been your boy TGK. I'm out.